And we're back. We are live. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to my live stream. So that is what I'm calling my live stream. At least for now. Last time I was calling it the Modern Audience Show. The show for the modern audience that doesn't exist. Because it's true, the modern audience doesn't exist. For now, I'm calling it Welcome to my live stream. Very generic, very simple. And again, welcome back. And as always, hope you guys are having a great day. And before I forget, the music that is playing in the background, that is Welcome to the Show by Kevin MacLeod. It's licensed under Creative Commons 4.0, and you can download it for free at incompetech.com. Which means you can use it on any of your projects, whether it's a video, a game, or whatever. All you have to do is don't forget to add an attribution or give credit to the creator, Kevin MacLeod. Of course, as I've said a few times already, there are assholes in the internet, assholes in YouTube, that would download the music, add a video or add it in a video, and then re-upload it into YouTube, and then they're going to claim that it's theirs. And what they'll do is they'll go around YouTube copyright claiming any other video or videos that uses the same or that use the same music. What a bunch of assholes. And speaking of assholes, I'm hoping that my bitrate would stabilize, because I just saw it turning red. At least the indicator in OBS. In OBS there is like a graph looking indicator, and next to it is the bitrate, and I just saw it. I saw it turned red. And my bitrate went down. Okay, so guys, let's get started. We have a lot of new content here. I can't remember if I did a live stream yesterday, but right now there's a lot of new content. We have here one from Endymion, one from WDW Pro, and of course we have Avara. And down here we have one from Asmon Gold. Let's go watch this one. If you don't like it, don't play it, they told us. This is how insane these people are. Seriously guys, mental illness in the West has become a very common thing, a very common everyday thing. And judging from the title of this video, I'm pretty sure those people who developed this game, maybe they said, if you don't like our game, don't play it. And then when no one played it, my guess is they blamed the gamers for not playing it. Oh my goodness. Again, they don't understand what the words mean. English is not that hard of a language. It's not.
Concord is proof that don't like it, don't play it argument is stupid. Of course it's stupid. It's been stupid.
Okay, see? Even Asmon Gold says it's stupid because it's stupid.
You uploaded a video talking about one of the worst things that you can say related to a video game, which is, if you don't like it, don't play it. I hate this expression because it is really stupid. Are you thinking what is behind this sentence?
Based.
No, Asmon is not based. He just have common sense. Okay.
If people don't play the game,
I guess having common sense is based. That's what makes it based.
Unpopular. Like, it's actually crazy the amount of like.
It's the same with television series and movies. The actresses, they would go in, they would say in interviews, if you don't like our movie, you don't have to watch it. It's not for you. And then what happens? No one watches it.
Safe space for only.
And the next move is now they're going to blame the audience that they told not to watch their movie or series or play their games. They would blame them for not
very
doing what they told them to do.
Building an extra.
In some way, I do care about the game. And yes, I am pissed off about this because when I upload a video talking about a game and I complain about something, there always come a stupid bitch that says, if you don't like it, don't play it. Brother, I am talking about the game because I want for the game to improve. If everybody thought like you and stop playing the game goes and dies.
That's why, again, the sooner.
This happens with all kinds of games.
The sooner gaming studios and entertainment and media, the entertainment and media companies realize that the modern audience doesn't exist, the sooner we can go back to enjoying better content.
They don't care if it gets better.
Why I'm making this video, because people said I don't wanna play like a fat ugly bitch with Caesar pronouns, and you guys said if you don't like it, don't play it, and people didn't play it, and the game fucking died, and it was well deserved. Now you understand why it is so stupid to say if you don't like it, don't play it.
True.
I am not saying that.
No, I don't think they understand it, because this is going to happen again. It's not a one-off thing. It's not a one-off thing.
If you don't like it, don't play it.
Let's wait for the next game, and guess what? They will say the same thing. If you don't like it, don't play it.
Because the most important thing is having people playing the game. Brother, today is something common that when someone recommends a game to you, you go and look how many players does this game has to see if it is worth it to invest your time in a game.
And that dude, he's totally right. Like, nobody wants to invest their time into a game that's dying. So, like, that's what happens, right? Is like, as soon as an MMO starts losing momentum, what ends up happening is that then people start quitting, and then people aren't, basically it's the same as like anything. Like, why do things die? They usually die because they are losing cells at a rate that is faster than the cells are being regenerated. Very, very simple, very easy to understand, right? That's how aging works. And so that's the death spiral. And so that's exactly what happens with these games, is each individual person is a fucking cell. There you go. And that's how it is. Very demure. What the fuck do you mean by that? Yeah, anyway, if you see a game is going downhill, and it's like yesterday or last month, it had twice as many players as it does now, who the fuck wants to sign up to be on a sinking ship? Nobody.
That is popular and it's not going to die down. So, a friend recommended an MMO to me, and you go and look in New World. Let's see how is New World doing, and you see that it has less than 5K.
Use the exact same example. Yeah, there it is. It's the exact same fucking example.
players, and you say, fuck this, I am not playing this, I am not investing my time in this because this is dying. Do you understand why it is important having a player base and not pushing them back saying, if you don't like it, don't play it? Because
yeah, say that enough times and then people will actually do it, and then you've got nothing. That's what happens. Yeah, people said the same thing with WoW too.
Trying to improve the game with constructive because they are trying to improve the game with constructive criticism, brother. You can like something as a whole, but have some parts of it that you don't like that you want to see
That's
improve.
with everything. Yeah,
I like
even good
WoW,
games.
But I think that a lot of the hero talents suck dick, and I want them to see them improve. Does that mean that I hate the game, that I shouldn't play it? No, it just means that I want this particular thing to be improved, and I am going to...
This happens with every game that has like a fanatical audience. It happens with every single one of them, because what ends up happening is that people become so emotionally invested into it that any criticism is seen as a personal attack from them. It's so stupid.
Whine about it
so dumb.
They improve it. You don't have to like every single part of something, brother. For example, I am sure you have
this game sucks. I'll play
family
it 14
members
hours a
or
day.
friends that you love with all your heart, and they have some things that you don't like, or
that's
you
the same with everything.
think that they should improve.
100%.
And that doesn't mean you don't love them, brother. Are you understanding? That is why I think that saying if you don't like it, don't play it is for stupid people that don't have foresight. When someone says...
It's people that are coping. Like, if you've got to say that at a certain... And, like, I mean, to an extent that it's true, right? If you don't like something, don't play it. It's like, there is an element of this that is true. It's like, if you're playing a game and it's making you mad, you're always mad, you're getting upset, constantly frustrated, and you're mad about the game all the time, yes, you 100% should stop playing the game.
To me, if you don't like it, don't play it. I automatically think that they are brain dead because they are incapable of visualizing a future where people listen to them and they don't play it and the game dies down.
That's right.
Then the thousands of dollars they spend in ridiculous skins for their disgusting waifus are evaporated because the servers are shut down and the company declares bankruptcy, and then they lay off 500 employees, and one of those employees goes to Twitter to write that gamers suck and that is why the game dies down, and then they blame Asmongold because he found them for 15 videos talking about how the game is shit. And they are incapable of thinking that it died because
it's my fault. I did this.
People away with their bullshit. That is why saying if you don't like it, don't play it is stupid. You a stupid motherfucker.
He's fucking right. He's absolutely fucking right. Yes, it's annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, you say, oh, well, you don't like it, don't play it. Hey, be careful. People might take your advice.
I am going to get a heart attack, brother.
Yeah.
This isn't possible.
My sentiment exactly. I thought you were having a heart attack.
Harmful.
Then don't play it. Brother, I always say, I want to be...
Again, if you don't like it, don't play it. There you go. Problem solved.
It's like a trigger for me. Like, you know, that game Dustborn, that is also a bullshit game that they said when you say something stupid, they say trigger. If you don't like it, don't play it.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
For me. Like someone says, oh, you are ugly, fat, and I fucked your mother. Yeah, man, for sure, all is cool. They say, oh, you come for a third-world shithole and your accent sucks. That is true, my man. That is completely true.
Yeah, who cares?
Say, hey, if you don't like it, don't play it. What the fuck did you say to me, motherfucker? And that is everything that I wanted to tell you today, guys.
I think that a lot of people, like, what's very annoying is that so many people are dismissive of the opinions of other people that don't see things the same way that they do. And I think that it's just very annoying. That's the reason why. It's just extremely fucking annoying.
Saying that Concord proved my point. It is also where reality proves your concepts and what you are saying in your videos, brother. And that just happened. I said, saying this is a stupid. Reality proved me.
Somebody just said something in chat that was really, 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 really funny. I never thought about it, but you probably made more money discussing Concord than Concord itself.
Come on. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. I've said that many times, that the only people making money from Concord are the content creators. Those making videos or content about it. The developers or the gaming studio did not make money on Concord.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Come on.
So you don't say this anymore, because this makes people
Hopefully.
look like
I
an...
forgot when I said it, but
So yes,
I
guys.
remember saying it a few times.
Situation. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I completely wrong? And it is fine to say, if you don't like it, don't play it. Concord proved me right, or it doesn't have anything to do. The game
Well,
just...
it's okay to say that, but saying if you don't like it, don't play it doesn't make the person wrong. Like, it doesn't make their argument wrong if you tell them don't play the game. If someone says, like, yeah, I think this is functioning badly, saying don't play the game doesn't make them right or wrong. It's a completely separate conversation.
So, what are you talking about? If you don't like it, don't play it. Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments, even when they don't agree with me.
Didn't the devs also call them talent?
Okay, so yeah, this is Asmongold's reaction to this video, to this guy's commentary about if you don't like it, don't play it. In a way, it's kind of true though. If you don't like it, don't play it. But maybe there's a deeper problem why gamers are not liking it. Before you say it, I guess if you're a game developer, before you say it, you need to look into what's happening and see if it's only one person, or maybe just 10% of your player base or current players. If it's an isolated case, then maybe you could say that to them. But if it's not, I think we have a problem, Houston. We have a problem. We need to fix this problem immediately. We can't just say, if you don't like it, don't play it, because they will all quit. We won't have any players if we don't fix this problem. Okay, so that was Asmongold's video. That was like 13 hours ago. Why Deadlock crushed Concord? Gamers, shut the F up. Okay, it's NBA. Apparently, liking this is toxic from Sydney. Okay, I'm interested in this one. Come on, guys. Everyone is like all praises. They're praising, what do you call this? Space Marine 2. Guys, the license holder or the franchise, the business, the company that owns the franchise is been infected or has been infected by wokeness. It's just a matter of time, guys. It's just a matter of time. You will get a Space Marine game that is blatantly woke. Who knows? Again, said it many times. Maybe they're just waiting for the opportunity. They sold a lot of copies. Space Marine 2 sold a lot of copies. Maybe in the next few months they're going to release a patch that will add all this wokeness into the game.
Elizabeth says,
Sure.
1 viewers.
Sure.
1 minutes and 32 seconds.
Gamers, many gamers, if not most of them, won't like it, and maybe they'll quit playing the game or stop playing. But the bottom line is they already got your money or their money. The problem with these new woke games that are coming out is that they are coming out as woke. That is their problem. They are coming out as woke. And because they're woke, normal gamers, traditional gamers, which is like still maybe the majority of all gamers out there, they won't touch it, even if they give it away for free. That is the problem these woke gaming studios are doing. They are releasing games that are already woke. They're releasing woke games or exposed as woke. What they should do is hide. They should hide the fact that the game is woke. See, in their marketing, in the trailers that they release, they should try not to show any sign of wokeness. Right? Imagine if Assassin's Creed Shadow, they just showed the Japanese girl and they did not show Yasuke until the game is released. I'm pretty sure they're going to sell a lot more copies because everyone will think that the main character is only the Japanese girl. And what will they do when the game is already released? When they find out later that there are two main characters. Not saying that there are, it's like lying by omission. You're not really lying, I guess you can say that. My goodness. Anyway, I'm giving them ideas. Come on, woke gamers, woke gaming studios. I'm giving you ideas. Don't show your hand. It's like you're playing poker and everyone knows your hand. How are you going to win? My guess is gaming developers, woke gaming studios, DEI studios, they have never played poker in their life. You must you must never show your hand. Anyway, let's go check this out. Mass exodus as fans reject communist Warhammer. Ooh, they're now I thought I was like crazy. I thought I was like going to get like attacked from using words like communist whenever I do a live stream. Well, guess what? Now they're not. I guess they can't help themselves anymore because it's quite obvious. It's super obvious. The parallel between wokeness and communism are. It's like a reflection on a mirror. The parallels are very similar. I guess even the content creators are seeing the light. They're getting enlightened.
Hey everyone, it's Endymion, and the saga that is Space Marine 2 keeps on going, and now it seems like not only are some reviews getting called out rightfully for being genuinely awful, but the new woke fanbase that is nestling its way into Warhammer have also been getting exposed lately as well. And to say that what they've been saying is insane, well, that would be an understatement. You'll see. And beyond this, I want to look into another developer and how the LGBTQ...
Again, the game looks amazing. Look at that. It looks I like how sharp the images are and how saturated the colors are. It's not dull, it's not gloomy, it doesn't look sad. It looks, just the colors alone, the colors alone look...
And I'm glad
looks like it's a fun game just on the colors alone.
Prove how, as always, games journalists, well, they kind of seem allergic to not allowing their own moronic takes to overshadow the rest of their review. Sometimes it's tone deaf, and then there's reviews like this one from PC Gamer, which I would argue is such an ill-informed review that it should be redone due to how bad it is, and you'll see what I mean. As PC Gamer's review states, after a rip-roaring first impression, the long-awaited sequel quickly runs out of steam. They also gave the game a 6 out of 10, which if you're a game publisher, this is the kind of review you'd never want for your big-budget game. The review quickly states that they found the game's campaign...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So,
Okay.
great first impression there, PC Gamer. It definitely
I'm
sounds
pretty sure
like a person for the
no
job.
one with the capacity of thinking or trusting anything
Well designed to be
these gaming
also found Saber
websites or critics are saying.
one of the best parts.
Seriously.
Which, if you don't know, Saber also made the game World War Z.
Remember, these are woke gaming websites with woke gaming critics, with woke gaming
Which is why
reviewers.
Tyranids on you.
They are all in this together, just like the song in High School Musical. They're all in this together.
That it's pretty amazing to see. I'll read
It
you
is one massive monopoly.
just how bad it is.
They share the same thoughts and opinions.
A couple of hours of
Hence
fun.
why it's called the woke mind virus.
It's not long before cracks start to show. The biggest problem is those executions, which at first feel so cool. Other than the swarming minions, every enemy will enter that stunned state once they're at low enough health. And because executions are one of your only ways to mitigate damage, it's always to your advantage to perform them. The result is that you're constantly sprinting between flashing red foes to watch the same canned animations over and over. A problem that only escalates as the game sends increasing numbers of elite troops at you in its later stages. Your two AI companions, fellow Space Marines Gadriel and Charon, will even stun enemies for you and politely leave them for you to finish off while foes around you stand awkwardly, waiting for their turn. At first I found the absurdity funny, but even that wore thin before long. The whole system of combat is warped around this one mechanic. For example, because executions have to be performed at melee range, and are so vital for staying alive, long-range combat is largely pointless despite the array of scoped weapons that cater for it. But equally, the various close-range guns have little use either because at that range, you might as well as just draw your melee weapon. And their lack of versatility will leave you caught out against certain enemy types. The sensible choice is always just your standard mid-range bolt gun. That's thematically appropriate.
That is why I appreciate the videos like this. Because it means I won't have to go and give PC Gamer my view or click,
over and over.
or they won't be able to serve me their ads.
Oddly inconsistent.
No. It's never gonna happen, PC Gamer. It's never gonna happen, IGN. It's never gonna happen, The Gamer.
Automatically kill or stagger the foe, but for others they don't. Instead,
And I would suggest everyone do the same thing. Never give them your views, never give them your clicks, and never look at their ads.
melee attack will get you that counter shot instead. None of it quite clicks together. The whole combat system is simply messy in this way. It feels like the developer
The sooner they start losing money,
so multiple
maybe there'll be some kind of hope that eventually
elements that work well.
they'll see the light and
Responsive, iconic,
get back some common sense.
are as impactful and empowering as they should be, and there's a great gory sense of humor to the animations. But it doesn't add up to a coherent vision, and over the course of the campaign, the charm of the parts that do work is tarnished more and more by the repetition and frustration of the
It says they're reviewed by journalists. Nope, not journalists. Again, they're not journalists.
Firstly, saying that animations for the finishers are repetitive, I mean, that's more of a choice, isn't it? There's well over 50 finisher animations in the game. There's even a trophy in order to see over 50 of them as well. Saying that finishers are a bad way to build your armor is dumb because it's a core mechanic. It's like saying that Doom 2016 and
Copus
Doom
3 Ambit
Eternal are
says,
repetitive because
visit
you also gotta
Cavalier
do
Office
finishers in
KO5
order to
page
gain
at
health packs
link.
or ammo based on the enemies you kill and how you do it. I think all of this is fine, and it makes perfect sense considering if you're in close range combat, being able to finish an enemy and then gain a boost to your armor, that seems like a really good design choice. You also don't need to do it constantly either. It sounds more like this reviewer is coping with the fact that they are not very good at the game and didn't want to dodge or move or do literally anything else. Also saying that
Maybe they played the game in,
you actually understand how to do it properly, it may
journalist mode, which is the easiest mode ever, where the enemies don't do anything. Again, they're not journalists.
parry. It's not exactly hard to see. And saying that enemies hit you off screen with parry attacks is also kind of dumb too. since you can also see the parry icon flash based on its location with your Space Marine. Will you get hit at times even if you do see it? Sure you will, but I mean it's a gameplay mechanic in a game that has a lot of melee combat, these sorts of things will happen. But if they're happening 9 out of 10 times for you, the problem may not be the game, but you instead. I consider it like Sekiro with its parrying and dodging mechanics. At first they may seem overwhelming, but once you wrap your head around it, the entire game becomes a dance of knowledge over violently smashing buttons in order to survive. But the part that just made me go, this review has lost its cause, was when the reviewer said that Space Marine 2's various weapon types are pointless to use. Saying stuff like shotguns and blasters at close range are not worth the trouble, that's ridiculous to me. Since many consider those to actually be some of the best weapons overall, and especially during the campaign, these sorts of close range weapons, they work really well, obviously. And again, if you're in close proximity to enemies, which weapon makes more sense to you, a sniper or a shotgun? The choice is obvious, well, for most anyway. But again, this review just kind of sounds like it was written by someone who didn't bother learning anything the entire time they played it. And circling back to animation finishers, it's likely the reason why this person was seeing the same ones over and over again was because they were just using the same weapons and loadouts. Because as many of you know, if you use a finisher on an enemy with say a chain sword versus the hammer, there's different animations for the enemies, so it's very likely this reviewer just picked one melee weapon and then they just stuck with it. But if all you use is the same weapon for every encounter, yeah, that's definitely going to diminish your gameplay experience, because you refuse to use anything besides what you've already grown accustomed to. It's like going to a restaurant and always ordering the same meal and then complaining that the restaurant has no variety. Like, maybe try something different for once, or you can just keep doing the same thing over and over, which during the campaign at least, I definitely didn't do that. I just used new stuff all the time, and it led to many more finisher moves and variety of gameplay. But these reviewers, they seem to not understand the definition of insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting things to change. And that, my friends, is indeed
that is what I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing over and over again and expecting things to change. I am insane as well.
Like the combat, the story increasingly loses its way as the game goes on. It has an odd structure. By the end of the second act, any intrigue and mystery in the plot has been fully resolved already, and the character arcs of your companions have concluded. I disagree with this as well, because I found the final 2 missions especially, which is pretty much the final act, to be the best part of the campaign easily. True, their arcs, so to speak, in a way were done mostly, besides maybe Titus, who obviously redeems himself at the end, but it felt more like the developers were like, you've been through a lot already, these people have obviously grown, now let's be brothers and kick some ass for real and make our last stand. And that's truly how it all felt to me, and I really enjoyed that a lot. The only part of this review I somewhat agree with, it comes with the multiplayer side of Space Marine 2. Personally, I don't think Eternal War is the best. It's fine for what it is, but it is the definition of jank, and it also lacks a lot of polish when you compare it to the competition that is out there and how multiplayer works in PvP. I understand that maybe Saber isn't exactly known for this kind of gameplay mode per se, but for a mode that is mindless and meant to be replayed, the Eternal War section, yeah, it definitely could use a lot of work. The maps feel rather claustrophobic, and there's nothing really interesting happening really during Eternal War. It's simply a battle of attrition where you turn corners and hope you react faster than the other person, I guess. But in the game's defense, I haven't...
Oh my goodness, if it's a game of who reacts faster...
...undercooked based on what I have played. And it does need desperate time, love, and attention.
It's not gonna work for me. My reaction speed is like super slow.
Or Helldivers-esque game mode where you're given objectives, you fall on a planet.
You can say that it's turtle speed or turtle pace.
Become tiresome.
That's how slow my reaction speed is.
Change all that much. They're like Destiny's Strike.
That's why I don't play a lot of
place, you ended the
shooting games, competitive shooting games. As much as I love playing them, it's just that when I play them,
of its post-campaign
I usually just become a liability if it's a team-based shooter.
Combat is repetitive in any game you play, no matter what. If I could offer Saber any advice besides making Eternal War feel better to play, and obviously trying to reduce the load times, and make matchmaking more dynamic and easy to do, I would say go.
Whoa, look at that. The guy disappeared. That is, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call lag.
Mission modes. Like mini operations, if you will. For example, the first.
And if you are lagging badly in your favorite competitive game, whether it's this one or a MOBA or even a shooting game like Counter-Strike or Valorant, well, you can try using WT Fast. Link is in the description. It's an affiliate link. It means that I would get a kickback or a commission if you use the link and pay for a subscription.
To be overall. No offense.
And if you did, thank you very much.
Like Space Marine 2's Operations or Eternal War for story reasons. I'm playing it just to kill stuff, level up, and get my dopamine hit. And I wager, since I do consider myself at least expectation-wise to be pretty standard like most players, that they would also want that as well. Just get rid of the cutscenes besides opening and ending the level, throw us in, and then just let hell break loose. I do think that a horde mode where each wave gets progressively more insane would be very fun too. Like eventually having 3 carnifexes on the battlefield hunting you down would definitely be something that you'd want to witness with your squad because it would be insane. And when it comes to multiplayer games these days, you have to bring your A game or you get left in the dust like Concord did. But to finish with this segment of the video, PC Gamer's review is bad and they should feel bad about it. It's also weird considering they had another article on their site praising the game so highly as well. Yeah, I know different people wrote each article, but still it feels weird praising the game in one article and then going, but actually 6 out of 10 for the real review. It just feels odd to me, but now let's move over to what is being called affectionately by the community as Wokehammer. In case you're unaware, there's a lot of people joining the Warhammer hobby universe and all of that, and a lot of them are your typical wokies who want their insane demands met. Of course, these sorts of people have infiltrated things like Star Wars in the past and completely destroyed it over time. So naturally, Warhammer fans don't want these people to be here in this corner of the fandom, hence why they're called Wokehammer. Thor Odin's son, who I...
Wokehammer. Very creative.
Very interesting. Odin's son tends to clash with Wokehammers all the time, and then usually posts receipts of how unhinged and crazy these people really are. Obviously, don't harass anybody, let's look at what they're saying so that we can decipher the lunacy behind it. Odin's son said yet another example of Wokehammer being raging pieces of crap, this time insulting military veterans for playing Warhammer. This comes from a picture showing 2 men playing Warhammer in an active war zone, if you can believe it. One of the soldiers in this picture then said this to explain what was happening here. This is the hardest game of 40k ever played. That's White Dwarf 138, I believe. In his hand, we're playing at night in a hooch in the Iraqi desert about 25 clicks southeast of Nazariva. We have white stones for minis and a T-55 dipstick from a destroyed enemy tank as a measuring device. The table is made out of V-Pack air cleaners from M1 tanks. We are tankers. It's spring 1991. It's actually Space Marines versus Eldar in our imagination. This is really cool to see that these soldiers, during an active war, they found the time to settle down and then use their environment quite literally to set up a game so that they could enjoy it. It's actually pretty metal of them, and I think seeing things like this, it shows how hobbies entertainment can really transcend someone's bedroom or wherever else. Of course, this is problematic, because white Marines playing Warhammer likely...
Why the hell is it problematic? Why? Why is it problematic when 2 people are enjoying
playing Warhammer,
something they love or like?
Like y'all are the imperialist fascists, this game was making fun of you. Of course, this person thinks this way because that's how a lot of liberal weirdos think when it comes to anything related to war. Oh, you're playing a game about war while in a war yourself? Don't you realize that maybe you're the enemy here? Oh, I'm so smart. Like, please, stop opening your mouth for the sanctity of the rest of us. One user in response said it perfectly. I see patriotic nerds using rocks to play 40k in an active war zone. Wokehammer sees fascists. Because someone can't be a soldier because they like their country and the people that...
because they have, they grew up in peace. They have never experienced hardships in their lives.
Right on the money. What I've noticed is more often than not...
Their lives is like
in a distorted sense that
they have lived their life in peace and prosperity. So they don't understand what fighting for something really is, and they're constantly looking for ways to become a victim.
the hard way, of course. Then there was this one crazy level nuclear take where one user said, "The Imperium is explicitly the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable, lol." To which another user then says, "Still the good guys given what has happened to them when they were vulnerable." Then the original user decided to give this take and oh boy, and they said, "If a black guy starts killing random white people because white people enslaved black people when they were vulnerable,
That is just stupid. Again, look at how they're thinking.
Imperium is doing." Yeah, this take went,
Because white people enslaved black people.
it sparked a lot
That
of
is so stupid. That happened like
how can you
a
compare
long time ago in history. And again,
how woke leftists
every race, every group,
it's sort of like how in D&D
everyone
orcs are problematic because they are
in
racist.
their history has done something atrocious.
Looks at an orc and
No race, no ethnicity, no country, no group is righteous. Everyone
so you think
did something atrocious.
like, are you being serious here? And
If
this,
we're going to judge everyone based on what everyone did in the past,
but if you look
there
at
won't be peace
guy, well,
and there won't be any civilization.
yeah, I agree with
But these people are so insane. They're always looking for, once. Here's the thing.
fantasy
If
concept.
war really happens,
Orcs getting blasted and think to themselves,
these are the same people who are going to cry when they are drafted to war.
stuff every time you are trying to enjoy something that is clearly not real. Is that possible at all with you people? This is low-key why a lot of stuff is so tainted, because a lot of current day creators, whether it's games or whatever else, they can't see
The thing is, the world is in peace. We have a growing civilization. And you know what everyone should do? Enjoy it.
like say Dustborn
And everyone must keep it going.
play the Mass Effect series.
But now, there are, for some weird reason, insane people out there who are, I guess they were born to be assholes.
Oh, they gotta be Asian because they're skinny and pale and have darker eyes. Trust me, I'm very smart. And they'll see the Krogan because they're, down on their luck or something, and they'll go, "Oh, they're not technologically advanced as much, so somehow in my woke brain, this means that the Krogan are actually black people." Like, actually, what if the Krogans and Solarians in Mass Effect are just aliens? And they are in fact not anything but what they are in the game. This constant reminder of the real world when you play video games is a big reason why we're here in the first place. I know it's because a lot of current newish developers have been trained to believe that everything must be political, which really sucks, but it is true. But these are just some of the examples of Wokehammer at work. I'm sure I'll have more as time goes on, and before I move on, I'll share you one last take from Wokehammer that is just insane, which is where one user compares the Xenos of Warhammer to Jewish people. Yep, that's a real thing someone said, alright. So in case you ever needed any more reasons to see
More people with mental illness.
on the screen, read it yourself if you want to. Obviously, don't harass anybody, let's just shake our heads and try
If the world is in a state of war, these things won't be allowed.
something not Warhammer related. You remember a game called Solash 2. He got attacked by woke freaks,
This is happening because the world is in peace.
bloodlines, and legacies. So they came for him,
And again, instead of just enjoying
pretty good in response.
this peace that
This is because this is the kind of
that happened because good people fought for it, back in the last World War.
people who have been supporting you, who have been
They
active
don't understand that
to harass LGBT
people sacrificed
socials because
their lives so that they could post stupid things
gamer
in the internet.
this thread was a place to discuss this topic, and
They don't get it. They don't understand it.
Arthur responded, and I quote, "Another morning, another demand from LGBTQ. I'm giving the LGBTQ community the benefit of the doubt because I know many good people from that community. But I still do not hear any prominent voices from that community addressing the evil acts committed in the name of LGBTQ. Since the beginning, I keep distancing you from the extremists more than you do. An independent journalist has written a press article about my situation and cleared my name. I shared it yesterday. It's my turn to ask questions now. Will the LGBTQ community address attacks on people's names and livelihoods committed in its name? Will the LGBTQ community address the rainbow flag being used as a rallying symbol to oppress people's freedom? If you know of anyone who is a prominent activist, not extremist, for the LGBTQ
It's so weird that they're very aggressive and they're always trying to create conflict.
LGBTQ accurately represents
Imagine if the world suddenly entered a state of war.
there, but of course they won't read it that way, and that's the issue. These groups, they just want
I'm pretty sure these people won't survive.
to see themselves as the bad guys.
You'll see them crying in a corner.
And they will continue to attack him,
They won't be able to cope.
but he's not wrong whatsoever. He's allowed to think and do what he wants, especially when it comes to his
But
own.
instead of being grateful and happy because of,
Those who play his
what those before
game, if he vindicates
gave them, which is peace,
target audience, are you?
they're being asshole. They're being assholes in the internet, where
Game the other
they
way.
can't even be assholes in real life because they're too afraid that
Healthy, nor
they'll get people will retaliate against them.
sucks when it doesn't, and then offering nothing useful or noteworthy while just exposing your own moronic takes. Or Wokehammer being absolutely insufferable weirdos that are comparing literal man-eating aliens to Jewish people, or liberals attacking indie game devs. What are you guys even doing, man? You're not going to help your causes, you're just going to push people.
That's why I don't understand how normal people can support these groups. I don't get it. Are they just afraid of receiving backlash, or are they afraid of being targeted? People should remember that there are more normal, common sense thinking people than this woke, mentally ill mobs. The number of people with common sense is far, far more than those with rotting brains. Okay, let's see here. Let's see this one. Disney admits fixing the. Ooh, okay. This is what happened. They should be. Anyway. My opinion on this, as an outsider looking in, it's really gonna be hard for the Donald to win this one, because again, I've said it like last time. If they were able to what do you call this? Fix the last election, commit election fraud in the last election. What are stopping them in this one? Just my take, okay? As someone from the outside looking in, what are stopping them from doing what they did last time? Especially now that they're the incumbent. That's why it's hard to beat the incumbent. Because in a way they have their hands on the system. But last time the incumbent was defeated, or the incumbent lost. So all they have to do is just do what they did last time, and they'll remain in power. Anyway, enough of that. We are here for games. Why Deadlock crushed Concord? Because Concord is just it's a stupid game that no one wants to play. Well, we have this a video from Dr. Disaster. Going to check this one. They will hate this. F the modern audience. They don't exist. Okay, let's listen to the pirate, the space pirate that pays taxes.
What is up, space pirates? This is your
What up?
ever charming Dr. Disaster, and I'm feeling
Back then we say, what's up?
because it
Now they say, what up?
of Saber Interactive, the company that developed Space Marine 2, he may have posted a comment on an Asmongold video where he denounces political messaging and progressive moral grandstanding in video games, and he provides evidence that the testosterone-fueled action in Space Marine 2 was definitely not an accident.
Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good.
I first saw this comment pop up on my Twitter feed with Grums, aka Mark Kern, the former team lead of the original World of Warcraft. He asked if this was a real post, and I dismissed it at first because it was too perfect. It too perfectly encapsulated everything that we want to hear.
Yeah, it's also a screenshot and it's an image, and everyone knows you can fake an image.
I was wrong. There is a strong chance this is authentic. Twitter user Pirate Nation responded to Grums showing this image of the post. You can clearly see that it is a comment on an Asmongold video where he's talking about how awesome Space Marine 2 is. And once again, in this comment, he supports everything we've been saying about the gaming industry, about how these bozos need to tone down the political messaging and make fun games again. This is a complete rebuke of the modern audience, and it is
That doesn't exist.
another reason why, if you haven't guzzled down the pure testosterone and toxic masculinity of this game yet, you should.
How'd you like the taste of that?
I'm happy to report that the music Dr. Disaster is using
Hearties, make
is not the commercial music because
yet we've been blowing up
I
around
haven't received a copyright claim from it.
1,000 subs, and today we're at the next milestone already, meaning it's time to ask the all-important question.
Wow, it's great that Dr. Disaster is growing.
There are now 6
Amazing. Good job, Space Pirate that pays taxes.
trouble in our fleet, and as is customary on
That is going to, it's forever going to stick with
the fleet,
the Dr. Disaster whenever I
the ship was
see his videos. It will
spaceship net.
eternally remind me that he is a space pirate that pays taxes.
Drop them in the comment section below. Super chats, of course, get bumped to the top of the list as long as they're appropriate. But in any event, thanks to everyone for being here.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
All right, though.
Oh my goodness! Even the little guy is using the word assholes to describe these assholes.
You guys are gonna love it as well. Here is the post. It says,
A bunch of assholes.
Saber here. I
Are
love
you woke? Hey, are you watching? Are you woke?
Space Marine 2.
Guess what? You're an asshole.
That game. We had the chance to work on something which by its nature was old school. I can't even comprehend many of the current games that we play these days. They are too complex and too much of an investment. We worked on Halo back in the day, and that game could be distilled down to the simplest of shooting loops, but it was entirely addicting. That is what we wanted to recapture. I hope that games like Space Marine 2 and Wukong are the start of a reversion to a time when games were simply about fun.
I'm hoping as well. I'm hoping. As I've said, I'm going to repeat it again. The sooner the entertainment and media industries, gaming studios, and various corporations, the sooner they realize this this effing modern audience doesn't exist, the sooner we'll go back to enjoying great games, great movies, great content overall.
Message ahead of the game. Those games end up boring and ugly.
I want to watch a Lord of the Rings television series, but I can't because the one they're producing is made by a bunch of assholes.
We've been fighting this crap for a while, but this year we really put it into overdrive.
I want to continue enjoying the MCU, but for some weird reason, after Endgame, the MCU universe ended as well. Now, we just have like a continuation of what was there before, but made worse by assholes. I guess we should just call wokes assholes, because that is who they are. They're a bunch of assholes.
And Capcom, as these studios that embrace wokeness continue to fail with games like Star Wars Outlaws and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the good developers will be drawn to places like Saber Interactive, or to Game Science, the developer of Black Myth Wukong, or Shift Up, which made Stellar Blade, etc., etc., and that will only speed the process up of watching the decline of these dog shit studios that are overly focused on stupid messages. As I said, I feel vindicated now. When I started seriously looking into this game, my instincts screamed at me that this was a game to support. I could tell that with Space Marine 2, what you see is what you get. Just some big dudes in armor running around and squishing bugs. But obviously, there is a chance that this is an elaborate hoax, and that this isn't actually Matt Karch, the CEO of Saber. But I did dig into the YouTube account that made this comment on Asmongold's video, and this does look like it's legitimately him. But even if it isn't, it almost doesn't matter. The fact that we would even think this is actually him is a sign of the times. It's a sign that things are changing. It is entirely plausible that the CEO of a company like Saber Interactive would recognize where his bread is buttered these days and would put out a message like this, supporting the gamers, especially in light of the fact that we just pushed his game to the number one.
Seeing the customization, it's making me want to install the Space Marines mod for Fallout 4. So what it does is it basically changes the power armor in Fallout 4 into Space Marines armor.
Here has been making the rounds on the internet for the whole weekend, and Saber Interactive hasn't come out and denounced it, so I think it's legit. Loads of people watch Asmongold, including Elon Musk for Pete's sake. So yeah, I really think this is him, and I'm really glad we found a studio we can support. But I'm gonna leave it there. What do you make of this situation? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is...
Okay, let's go like the video.
...to the channel.
Going to give the video a like because I like what Dr. Disaster is doing. Because he is a space pirate that pays taxes, that has common sense, and it's not yet been infected by the Wokehammer virus. Which means he's not an asshole. Okay, let's start. What is this one? This has to stop. Twitch is targeting VTubers and it's disgusting. Yeah, unfortunately. Woke leftists lose it after Jeremy Jan's Am I Racist review. Why? What's wrong with the review? It was a perfectly good review by Jeremy. He didn't call it a masterpiece, but he said that it was like funny and you could find enjoyment watching it. So what's wrong with it? It was like a fair review, even though I haven't seen the movie.
Visit Cavalier Office KO5 page at link.
Whoa, this one is like 1 year ago. So this is the guy. Look at that. He's wearing the US flag. The guy who attempted to who made an attempt to the Donald's life. My goodness. So basically what they're doing is they are seeking the assistance of highly mentally unstable people. You know, the United States is slowly turning into a third world country. That is what the assholes, that is what they want. They want to turn their country where almost everyone in the world wants to go because of the opportunities that it gives them. They want to turn their, you know, prosperous country into a third world country. That's how insane these people are. They have lost all sense of common. I just reversed the two words together. But they still mean the same thing, right? Common sense, sense of common. Another disaster. I got all along. Another Disney disaster. Well, it's not surprising based on what I've read and heard about this particular series. Space Marine 2 responded. Okay, so this is an Asmongold clip. It's the same thing. It's basically the 1 minute version of what Dr. Disaster discussed.
CEO of Saber Interactive comments on Space Marine 2 reaction video. Which video is this? Is this on one of my videos? Yes? God damn. He actually posted this. Hey man, CEO of Saber here. When we signed a deal to make Space Marines 2, all I wanted was a throwback game.
The question is, like what Dr. Disaster asked,
many of the current games that we
is that the real guy? Because in the internet, anyone...
back in the
That's
day.
why
Still down to the simplest of shooting.
You should have gotten your, you know, you should have gotten your names registered before others took them.
Absolutely fucking agree with this. That's what we wanted to recapture. I hope games like Space Marine 2 and Wukong are the start of a revision to the timeline where games are simply about fun and immersion. I spent some time...
Imagine games like Super Mario.
Embracer, that's
that game won't exist today.
Games that are made that maybe
you know, a man trying to save
gamers. We just want
a damsel in distress. You know, it doesn't depict
that's what everybody
Princess Peach as a strong, independent woman, because there she is.
This is nuts. I really fucking appreciate it.
There she is being a victim, but that is what these assholes are all about, being a victim, and yet they don't like it when it's when it's played out in games or movies.
Well,
okay, so anyway, guys, that's the hour, another hour, and let's see here. Going to end the stream here. The reason why I keep it in an hour is that it's very tiring. I tend to lose a lot of energy when I do long streams. You don't see it, but behind the scenes, I'm like yawning. Sometimes I would be dozing off, and there was even a time where I was like, the stream was 8 hours, but no, wait. The stream was like 12 hours, but 4 hours of it I was like sleeping. Yeah. So for now I'm keeping it at an hour, because that way I still have some kind of energy to react and at least say something when I'm watching these videos. Well, I'm just basically just reacting. Sometimes I don't even watch the video, and I'm doing my own thing. I'm going off on a tangent or saying things not even related to what I'm watching. That's why if I'm watching a video in YouTube, again, I wish they were in Rumble. You should always go and check out the original video if you guys are interested in watching them. Anyway, guys, going to end the stream here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, please consider following the channel in Twitch or Rumble or subscribing in YouTube. If you're in Twitch and YouTube, please consider watching it in Rumble, or maybe even creating a account in Rumble. Especially if you're not an asshole. You're not part of the woke brigade or the woke army or those infected by the woke mind virus. Go and create an account in Rumble. Let's make Rumble great. Not again, because it's not yet great, so we can't use the word again. But let's try and make Rumble great. So guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.